Hey folks, Philip B-Man here. It's been a while since I've put a video up, and I'm not going to apologize for that. It's the end of the season, not a lot going on, but I need a bit of a pep talk for myself and for everyone else. So we're about a month into being done with the bees. The weather here has been such that I could have left the bees out quite a bit longer. After that first shot of snow, everything melted off, and we had pretty much 30 days of extra fall. And maybe should have left some outside and done some treatment. But didn't know the hives would have frozen down, and so it's just as well to have it done. But behind me, I have my to-do list for 2024, and it's a doozy. So enough sitting around and taking it easy. We better get at it. So let's go over what's coming. If you guys get any advice for me as to what to do, I want to hear about it. I'll try to document these projects as we go. And let's start. First of all, I've got it repairs versus projects. This is stuff, the repairs are things that as the summer went on, made a note of what needed to get fixed. So just about every truck has something to do. My main B truck, the 4500, air conditioning quit. The wiper stopped working, the taillights quit, although we got that fixed. There's a little check mark there. There's a U-joint that won't take grease, and the wind-up winches on the side. Some of those straps and some of those winches are getting, the tie-down winches are getting pretty tired. So those got to come off the truck and get kind of revitalized. The 5500, that's the aluminum deck truck. Its wiper, I think just not the wipers, but the windshield washer quit, AC quit, the winches and the straps, we've already got them off, and they need to be all checked, make sure that it's not so worn that that wouldn't lose a load. Got a new truck. I don't think I've shown that to you yet, although you might have seen it in some videos when we were moving the bees in. This is a crew cab 5500. And it's so it's a double row bench seat system, and need to figure out what to do about the deck and and I've ordered a new easy loader for that one. So the deck on that truck is a little shorter, but it's all because of the extra cab. It's already a longer wheelbase than my other trucks. The deck it has is only 15 feet. I'm thinking I might be able to push the truck back and put the easy loader on in front of the deck instead of on the deck, and save myself an extra probably 18 inches of deck and make it work. Otherwise, I got to find a different deck for it, and I'm kind of monitoring for that. I've got a wax press that's been out of commission for over a year. I want better warning lights on my tanks. I don't think we had an overflow this year, but it was close a couple times. And in theory, I have these floats that should trigger off an alarm, but we need to do better on that, especially since I've got some other honey house improvements that are going to keep the honey coming even faster. So we got to get going on that. Got a couple ceiling fans that don't turn anymore. Got overhead doors that don't function properly. Mainly the rubber seals in the bottom have gradually allow insects and rodents possibly pass through because there's not a perfect seal, especially in my hot room. Got a floor washer machine that hasn't been serviced, I don't think, at all since I've owned it. I only put a few hours a year on it, but it needs some looking after. My balancer, the hoist for the supers going into the extractor, didn't quite make it the last couple days of extracting. We had to make a substitute for that. And I think we actually backed the Kubota with the easy loader on the back up next to the extractor and just did it that way. I got a Toyota forklift that's getting, it's hard starting right now, probably needs a coil or something. My box for the market is getting tired. And the all-terrain Shunkai Chinese forklift, the counterweight came off during the scramble to get the bees in over winter, and that was kind of my fault. I tried to use it as a tow hitch, so we got to fix that. And then projects. I've bought myself a second extractor. I phoned Cowan and said, you know what? I've been thinking for years I need a bigger extractor, and this is it. I'm going to take the plunge, and they tell me we don't even make a 120 anymore, or only if it's special order, and it's going to be a crap load of money. So while I was thinking about that, I heard of a used extractor in my area. It's another 60, very similar to one I have. It's just a couple years newer, but didn't have a lot of pounds put through it because it was a smaller beekeeper. So I bought it. And on that one, we have to reverse it because, well, you'll see when we get to it. But I want the controls to be kind of facing each other instead of it being, so right-handed and left-handed. I'm gonna have one extractor be kind of left-handed, and we'll see. I've thought about improving my honey tank stands. I'd like to maybe make a blower table so when there's few bees in the boxes, those bees can be blown straight into a package or a shaker box of some sort instead of just up into the air in the extracting room. My syrup tank, I would like to have a bit more hose. Installing this easy loader, it'll be the third easy loader in the operation. My balancer I bought, I found on eBay, a really sweet one. It has a jib crane already attached to it. It's gonna be quite a project to that working, but we're gonna go for it. Better lights especially red lights on the bee forklift. I'd like some screen doors, the storm doors we call them here in Canada, on some of my extracting areas so that I can have the door closed but still have better fresh air entry. I've got a couple doors in the shop that should have doors that close automatically, especially my mechanical room, this door here, because there's a lot of, it's got the boiler and hot water tanks and stuff in there. Be a bit more efficient if that stayed closed, but I tend to find it open. Drain covers, a timer for the extractor, and we got a couple of check marks we can make. We've already built 500 new lids. Part of my, really starting to mobilize this summertime split thing. I want to start doing big numbers of that. And this summer we were scrambling with, pieces of cardboard and old hive pallets and stuff to try to, cover those off. And so to take this any further, I need to have more hive equipment. And so I've built myself, I counted up how the empty pallets I had at the end of the summer once everything was kind of organized. And I had about 100 places, or about 25 pallets, that when we brought all the dead ones together, or consolidated all the hives at the end of each yard, there was about 25 pallets. So that's about a pallet a yard. So less than, there's always an odd number of bees. So I needed about 100 more lids to cover every possible hive spot in my operation. And then I built, with one lift of plywood, an additional 80 pallets, 40 sheets of plywood cut, in half with a bit left over. So that gives me about 360 more splits I can make next summer over and above it. And those, we can check, those are done. And I shot some video when we were doing it, so I'll put those up sometime when our internet's working good here. So that's, apart from that, it's going to be an easy winter. So anyway, pep talk for myself and for you. If you want to get ready for next summer, I guess the time to start is now. And I also want to do some trials of more indoor treatments. I should put that on the list or it's going to get forgotten. Okay, so that's on the list too. I don't know if that will show. There we go. Indoor treatment trials. So that's the winter plan. I'm thinking I'm going to take the rest of today off. I was at the market and playing some music with some kids, but and I'm going to watch my daughter play hockey tonight. We're not doing nothing all winter, but this is the plan. I feel like we're making progress, but I can see this extractor project really sucking up a bunch of time if we're not careful. So the tip is, to me this time, get to work. Thanks a lot, everyone. Have a great day.